Welcome into the Mark Humble Show. So glad you're joining us as Mark is having a good week because he's got a bye week. He doesn't have to worry about an opponent this week. He doesn't have to worry about conditioning and stuff like that. But before we get too far along, buddy, we got to go back and admit the fact that you're 4-0 in district play right now after your win over Coppers Cove over at Coppers Cove Bulldog Stadium. I know that was always a tough place to play. They put their fans in there. They like to make some noise, and they've got a pretty good little football team.
Yeah, they've got a great football team, offensively, defensively, and Coach Johnson's doing a good job over there. And it was a great atmosphere, Friday night atmosphere, one horse town. It was packed, and it was a playoff atmosphere. So that was good for us to be on the road, us to play in a hostile environment, us to come out for a team that was really well prepared. They started the game and drained the first half, and I don't think they had a play over 8 yards, but they kept the ball for the whole first quarter, and we were able to get a stop right there. They were able to hold us to 3 and out on our first series. We were able to get the ball back and then kind of get things rolling from there. And so our kids did a really great job preparing through the week and preparing to play on the road and treated it like a playoff game. And I think the results show that they played like it was a playoff game. And so super proud of them for controlling the game and getting back in and having to adjust offensively and defensively and special teams to some things that Cove were trying to do to give them a chance to be successful.
Yeah, was there a few onside kicks?
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's kind of their deal, and I do it too. They're really good on offense. They have 2 really prime-time, big-time receivers. Their quarterback's playing really well. They have 2 really good running backs, and so the strength is their explosiveness on offense. And so they've kind of been doing that all year, so it wasn't a surprise. And if they can steal 1 or 2 possessions, that's a bonus for them. And so our kickoff return team did a great job. They were 3 for 3 on recovering their onside and fielding their squib kicks and sky kicks. And so that was a big part of the special teams. And credit to them. It's a good plan for them to try to get extra possessions because their kicker is really good at it. It's just not kind of a lucky go, happy-go-lucky thing, or by chance. It's by design, and their special teams and their kicker did a great job of it Friday night.
How do you practice that? You get down and just kind of throw the ball off the tip on?
Yeah, it's just like anything else. You take your front line and your second line guys in an individual portion. They're fielding balls. They're fielding ground balls just like an infielder would in baseball. Our up backs are fielding sky kicks, and then when you get to that portion of practice, you're doing it live. And that was a big emphasis for us throughout the week and spending more time doing that because it's really dangerous, and it puts everybody on alert because one bad bounce, one lucky bounce for them, and then they've got the ball and they've got great field position, and they got an extra possession to go there. And so that was a big portion of the game, and our quick six, our kickoff return team did a great job with that.
And gave the ball to your offense in a pretty good field position.
Yeah, the minus side of that is that you give us a short field, and we had a couple of drives of 3 plays or less that resulted in scores. And so, it's a double-edged sword there. You may get the ball, but also may give us a short field. So, but happy that we were able to execute, on our kickoff return and offensively turning it into points every time.
And you get a lot of that from your film study. And then the film study you do with your coaches, of course, y'all get the huddle. Y'all start looking at each guy, looking at his kids, watching their field, the different positions they're coaching. And so they can come back and say, okay, Billy, here you made this move here and you should have gone over here like that, stuff like that. So that's really cool how you can break that down.
Yeah, our coaches do a great job. They have specific responsibilities throughout the weekend and the week, getting into our game plan, special teams, offense and defense, and our coaches are very detail oriented, and our players are really coachable on that, and they buy into the process that we go through to get us ready for Friday night. And we needed all hands on deck last Friday night.
Watching that huddle video is a lot better than looking at a stapled up piece of paper that has a bad graphic on the front of it that the coach made. Beat Temple this week or whatever, and then the next one has the X's and O's and the lines drawn and stuff like that. the difference of that, of actually seeing the kid being able to come off a block or make a block and stuff like that.
Yeah, and
Wow.
technology, is so far advanced, and that's all our kids do. They're so comfortable with it, and so everything we do is provided to them on their phone. And it's if it's not a 30-second reel or something, it's probably not going to hold their attention, and so our film clips and our study and our scouting report and our game plan are kind of made in that same fashion to try to keep the kids' attention and do what they are more comfortable with. And so it's a lot better than the old scouting report, paper packets.
You saw a few of those in your day, didn't you?
Oh, I don't know. I was kind of on the edge there, Dan. Right on the edge of getting into high technology. I know in your days they probably handed out binders and stuff, right? Big old binders, and with
It was bad
pencil,
drawing.
and,
It was
and
bad.
Xerox copies.
Yeah, and then
So-
watch number 74, and
Yeah.
it would say stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. The technology and how far the game has advanced.
Unbelievable.
From scouting report to the film and the data, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, and you're watching the pros now with their Microsoft pads, and they're watching the
Yeah.
play they just made just seconds ago. So it's unbelievable. But great win over Coppers Cove. Puts you in that driver's seat for that first playoff position. Bye week. What happens here at Hucker Heights on bye week?
Well, a lot of people like to say it's a bye week or an open week. Not here. It's a work week for us. We've given the kids a little bit of extra rest, but we're getting into it. We've got 3 really hard practices to stay in game shape, high intensity to keep that going. But also we use it as a time to evaluate some of our younger guys. So a lot of our JV black and JV red guys get a lot of work. We scrimmage a little bit. So we kind of do it in the fashion of the old school, college bowl practice. And so it's by far nowhere near, a walkthrough or we're going to take it easy. And for me as the head coach, I want to see where our program stands, from our 9th grade red, which is our 9th grade B team, all the way up to our JV black, which is our JV A. I want to see where we stand in the season and see how much development and how much we've improved at each and every position and each and every phase.
Yeah, and that is all the way across the board from the kicking game to
All the way through. Yeah.
Yeah.
We go full pads the whole way through, 24 period practice, and but a little bit more emphasis on the younger guys. And so there's a lot more individual getting back and being reminded on fundamentals and technique, blocking and tackling, doing it full speed, doing it live, getting our younger guys a lot more reps during this time, but also giving it time for older guys to rest, and then our younger guys to scrimmage a little bit in high intense situations, just very similar to what our varsity would do during the game week.
Well, we are very proud of you right now, and we're going to be proud of you all year. Don't think we're not. I mean, that it didn't come out right or wrong or whatever, but we're so proud of the job you're doing here at Harker Heights, and
Appreciate it.
And the offense and defense. When I come watch you play, it's just it's
Yeah.
a sight to behold.
Yeah, I'm proud of
And,
our kids, proud of our coaches. We've got a lot of football left to play.
Yep.
This place doesn't run by itself or by one person, one player, or one coach. We've got a phenomenal coaching staff. Defensively led by Coach Todd Ritchie. Done a great job. Has been here a while. One of our older heads here, but for the last 2 years, have done a great job defensively and really grown into expanding what we do defensively. So he's been fabulous. Coach Randy Culp, who coaches our defensive ends, but also our special teams coordinator, takes great pride in that. And you got to have a special guy do your special teams, and it's a lot. He handles that and delegates the rest on how we divide our special teams, and our special teams game plans going in and week out are top notch. He does a phenomenal job leading us in that direction. And then offensively, our offensive coordinator, who's new this year, Coach Morrow, who I've worked with a long time, is here and doing a great job with our receivers and offensive skill. and help mold the staff. And then Coach Logan Brock with a run game, being our run game coordinator and offensive line coach. And so across the board, and all of our assistants, I can go on and on about them. They all have sub-varsity responsibilities, and they're all play callers, for our ninth grade and our JV, and they're all head coaches and in charge of sub-varsity teams, and not just the varsity. So it takes special men that take great pride and are driven by, or purpose-driven, to come in here day in and day out. It's certainly not for the pay. I can tell you that. It's for the type of men that they are and the impact that they have every day on our kids. And so it's a blessing and honor to come into this building every day and get to work alongside of them and get to see the amazing work that they do day in and day out that the majority of the public doesn't get to see. They see 3 hours of a sub-varsity game, 3 hours of a varsity game, and a lot of people outside this building think we just show up on Friday and then kick the ball off and let's see what happened. Well, it's a 7 day a week, 7 day a week process that goes in to give you an opportunity to play well on Friday night. It doesn't always go that way. That's what happens when you're dealing with teenagers and dealing with the young people and dealing with playing against other people that are well coached. But our guys take great pride in that, and I'm just super honored and blessed to be surrounded by 14 other men that is just fun to come to work with and fun to work alongside with. But the passion they have for the success of our kids is unmatched. We've got a special staff here at Harker Heights.
Sure do, buddy. You sure do. You've got a bunch of good nights.
That's right.
Yeah, good nights, buddy.
Yep.
Good nights. Well, you try and enjoy your bye week just a little bit, okay? Just take 5 minutes and say,
yeah.
Okay?
I will.
Sometime, maybe if you have to wait till Saturday, do it then. I know Saturday you're going to start probably watching film again. So anyway, we're so proud of you. Enjoy your week off up to this point. Man, I'm telling you, kicking butt and taking names, baby.
Well, we appreciate it, Dan. We look forward. Got a lot of good football left, and a big portion of our schedule still left, and so look forward to finishing strong here in the bye week and getting going. So appreciate you and what you do for us and all of KISD. Go Knights, rep the shield.